Derek, and we're at Wavy Convos, talking about the good stuff for the day. Pop culture, current events, cannabis education.
Yes, I'm here for that.
And this is my boy, Deshaun.
What's up, people?
Known him for 25, 30 years now.
Like 25 years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk and do what we do here on Wavy Convos. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would like everybody to like, subscribe, and click the notification for new videos because we're going to be doing them. And that's just what's going to happen. We're definitely going to be doing them.
Can't do nothing else.
Yeah, that's why we can't do nothing else.
That's it. Gotta do them.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, the first topic on hand right now is talk about like OJ and OJ passing. Yeah, that
was
big. Yeah.
And there's a lot of interesting, allegedly, comments made by various family members
and stuff like that. Yeah.
About that.
Just craziness like that.
Yeah.
I have to say on the OJ situation, of course it was big for our time. So like,
absolutely.
Being our age bracket.
Facts. Yeah.
And him being who he is, especially as an African American male.
Correct.
And even though his children and his ex-wife is of other cultures.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is some kind of stigmatization on that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I just feel like, the man loves who he loves. He had kids with this woman. Now, if he killed her or not, we weren't there.
Right.
Even though they exonerated him for the charges, but, he still had that stigma behind his name. Some people do not believe that he did not kill his wife.
Yeah.
And did not kill her best friend or roommate or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. So what's your opinion on that?
I'm with you on that one because, if I'm not at a particular place and it's not for me to say. Like, I was not present.
Right. I know.
But people are people. So, that's something that's with all people. Anything is possible. So.
In a situation, I say it like this. I don't know exactly what happened, but of course I could, put a theory together. You know what I'm saying? He probably thought that, the wife and the best friend or whatever he was, roommate, was having some kind of relationship together and probably ticked him off. And who knows? We weren't there. We don't know. We just alleging the stories, of course. We still don't know after all these years.
Yeah.
But he was exonerated. They got him off. He didn't do any time for it. People still feel about it.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, what as humans who are in that situation can say about the situation is that, he is a black man and a big black man and known for his physicalities, of course. You know what I'm saying? But did he have to kill that person? Who knows? We don't know.
Right.
But what I do know is that, people can also falsify you with a blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a current situation that I knew about certain people in backgrounds and, they made him out to be like this vicious person. This person wouldn't even hurt a fly. You know what I'm saying? A big giant. Yeah. But people do it like that.
Yeah, especially when there's fortune and fame involved.
Definitely.
And, your circle of friends, a lot of times it changes because now you're around others. But then intermingled with the others are the ones who are absolutely envious and jealous of what you have.
Oh, definitely. But
so,
it's so crazy.
Yeah, that gets intertwined into a whole nother realm.
A whole nother realm and stuff like that. So
yeah.
We're not going to stay on this topic because, the man lost his life.
True.
I mean, and of course, I know,
and there are people who are mourning
him. His children mourn him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the children believe that their father killed their mother or not. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. We would have to be the kids to understand that. So we don't know. So, but evidently the family is mourning his death and working in the line of what he was diagnosed with. Right. I know it. Sometimes it could drastically happen fast. You know what I'm saying? Correct. And sometimes we just have to love people while we love them. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what the situation is, bad or good, we have to love them. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. Yeah, there needs to be more of that.
We don't have that.
We don't have enough of that.
We don't have that.
Right.
So, what's on your mind today? Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Gosh, what is not on my mind?
Right.
With that was like the big news for this week. Mm-hmm. We are at 1 weekend since we had earthquake.
Right, the earthquake.
And, the earthquake, if you're not old enough, for a lot of you, this is your first earthquake.
Right.
We've been around the block a few times.
No.
This is not our first earthquake. How did it feel? Because see, I live in an apartment building, and
so you didn't feel it.
I felt it, but I always thought about people who live in houses where they're not as big.
Right.
To me, they're more connected to the ground.
Right.
So you might feel it a bit more than I would.
I can't lie. I was at work.
Okay.
And I heard something, but I didn't feel anything, which is crazy. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, did you feel it? Did you feel it? Oh my God!" One of the young ladies I work with, she got nauseous, and oh my God, and
okay.
I love it, but I just the drama. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and sometimes when in the course of the day, it's so hectic, you got so much going on, and something like this dramatic happens, it really throws your whole body.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, but we survived it, and like some of my friends that I know that have either lived in California or are from California, and they the first thing they go is Northridge, and I'm like, yeah, no, we have no comparison.
None,
and nor would I want to know.
No, absolutely
really
not.
That feels like, or what that's about.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one was like a 4.3 or
it was a 4.8.
Oh, 4.8.
Yeah.
See?
It was a 4.8.
So it was big. So.
Yeah, and it was felt. They were explaining it on the news that out from the epicenter, like when you go up in terms of magnitude, they were saying like at 4 even, you feel it out to about 60 miles.
Oh wow!
But we were closer to 5 because that was 4.8.
Right.
So that intensified it where it's more like felt almost 200 miles from the epicenter.
That's what I was saying because they had called me. One of my friends called me from Maryland, said he felt it. I was like,
yeah,
really? Y'all felt it? And that's crazy because I didn't feel it per se.
Right.
I pretty much I thought something was because I work in a building, so you get stuff moving all the time.
Things have to move.
So,
gotcha.
So I didn't take it as such. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy to me. So
it was, but they said it's been a very long time since we've had.
Yeah, 2017 was it the last one we had?
2017 was the last one, but in terms of that magnitude, I think it's been longer than that.
Much longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We don't get that out here on the East Coast.
No.
And the people from the West Coast that feel it. Either one or two things. Either they're like really, or they're like, oh my God, really? It's really happening here.
This is true. And then everybody talked about the aftershocks and stuff.
Like that was at 2.0 or something like that.
Yeah, there was one later on that day actually that was like 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was in the city by that time, and I didn't feel that one.
I didn't.
But then I got text messages from friends like, "Did you feel that one?" And I'm kind of like, "Okay, I didn't feel this one."
I didn't feel any, which is crazy. I still was like. And even the one in 2017, I was like, I didn't feel the one in 2017 either. I've heard, I hear stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like
yeah, you definitely know when the earth moves.
And when something.
It's not the subway or you don't live near one.
Right.
Being from New York City is kind of like, oh, they're kind of similar almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, where most people would think.
Like if you were on a train or something like that, or you're just even with the trucks.
Yeah. Especially now,
the 18-wheelers are out of control, and they be barreling down the roads. Like sometimes,
and sometimes they give you that,
And so I definitely understand totally what that's about. So
true.
But
what else is there to talk about?
I'm just the only thing that's like a real big thing with me right now is job security. Like that's been a big topic.
Oh, absolutely.
The last couple of weeks at my job, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And by the grace of God, we're doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And what we do, but what about those people who's out there now that with no jobs and trying to figure out what to do with themselves and living in New York City, in the epicenter of New York City, where everything is so expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like rents is like out of control. Like we was having a discussion earlier.
Yeah. Now the median rent is 54.
54, which is crazy.
400 for like one bedroom is the median rent now.
Like that's crazy. Like,
and so you already know, like when you go further out in boroughs, it'll slow that. It'll drop off, but not by much.
Not much, right?
So you go into like the mid upper 4s in the outer boroughs,
right?
So that means like if Manhattan's at 54, 5600, like
So one of my boys just moved over here in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm paying $2,100 a month for a 1-bedroom. And I'm like, Are you serious? But and even in this area that we're in, like $2,100.
Yeah,
but that's what they pay.
That's what they're paying, and you're hoping to get like for that kind of money. You want space for your buck,
right?
And
but I don't even think you're getting that.
No.
What they are trying to overdo you is with the amenities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now these new apartment buildings are just ridiculous with laundry, gym, hot tub,
all that,
community room, media room,
what they call they call luxury rentals.
Luxury rentals,
yeah,
yes.
But all inclusive. But yet, when you go to other parts of the country, that's just standard.
That's standard.
So, like up here, what we call luxury are standard amenities in other parts of the country.
And everywhere. So even like when I moved to Georgia, which was like 1,000 years ago, like all the apartments had like washers and dryers.
Absolutely. Laundry included. And up here, you like hoping and praying that you can find one with an in-unit laundry.
Something like that, because they're very hard to come by.
They are.
And that's why they have laundromats all over the place. Because nobody is investing. I think no one that owns a building or owns an apartment, or owns a house wants to invest like that in that, because they have to maintain it. And that's the problem.
Correct.
You get these people that want to rent stuff and they want the money, but they want to maintain it.
Right.
And that's the problem. That I don't think I could. I think I could do it, but sometimes these tenants you have are just relentless when it comes to stuff.
Oh, sure.
And they don't care. A lot of them don't care, but you still own it. You still got it. You can't have your name out there saying that you're a slumlord. You know what I'm saying?
But I think also it's important when being a landlord and you have to be selective, like with your tenants, because you are renting out an investment. These are what we call investment properties, and so I think it's important to establish appropriate boundaries between landlord and tenant, and the tenant also needs to understand, like, you signed a piece of paper for a year or 2 years, however the length of your lease is. And so, like, you have to treat this as if it's yours, because you're paying for it.
You're paying for it.
So, you gotta, like, get it together.
Yeah, and that's the problem with a lot of people, too. They are just so disrespectful to the property because they know they don't own it.
Correct.
Oh, I'm renting it. This ain't mine, so I'm going to do what I want to do with it. But in all actuality, of course, if you sign this lease and people don't read their lease.
No. Reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental.
Please understand. Read the fine print.
Read the fine print, because this is something that happens
all the time.
All the time with people who rent apartments and think that they're going to get away with destroying the apartment and doing what they want to do. Now, you may not have put in as much as you destroyed, but the money that you put in, they can't sue you because you deliberately destroyed the apartment and they can get something out of you.
Right.
But who knows how that works? That's why they have your deposit,
correct
deposit.
Yep.
So you're definitely not going to get that back.
No.
And then who wants to take your security right and then got to go to court to get more money taken out of you? Like, that's just ridiculous to me.
Truth.
One thing that I even though I had an apartment, I had my apartment for many years. I tried to make sure that I left that apartment as how I got it.
You got it. Yeah, same
respectful.
For me.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? You cannot do that to these people properties.
True.
Now, sometimes I know your landlords can be a piece of.
Oh, sure. Some of
them can be a piece.
Yeah, that's no doubt about that.
But if you got good landlords and everything has been good the whole time, and if you're going through whatever you're going through, go talk to your landlord.
Please.
If you're going through a financial discord, that's my word for that. Discord.
That's today's word.
Discord.
Yes.
Let them know that financially you're not in a spot to continue to keep the place. Can I stay to X amount until I get myself, or can I ride my security deposit out until I find something else? Once I do that, then I can move on from there. You have to plan these things out. That's the problem. People are so
communication.
Yeah,
I think it's very, very.
No one wants to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in a property and then gotta put out more money because you destroyed it. Period. And you can feel a way about that. I don't care.
Yeah. But and if you feel a way about that, then that's something that you really need to take into consideration, because maybe one day you decide you come into some money and you want an investment property. So now you can't take back what you said.
Right.
So you really have to be mindful.
You have to be mindful
of, not necessarily putting yourself in their shoes, but you kind of are. Yeah. What if you were the landlord? What were you if the property manager or the owner of this spot? And got folk tearing up
so that, yeah, of course. So that's such a different thing. So.
It is.
But we're not going to be so serious.
Nah.
We're gonna bring it down. But those are just like one of the topics that I wanted to talk about. Indeed. And thank you for bringing that one up too.
Okay.
That was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but the next part of this is basically for the cannabis and the cannabis education, because that's what we do. We like cannabis around. Yeah,
love it.
We love it, right?
Delightful.
So I'm going to represent my dispensary that I got this from, because you know I frequent a few.
Okay.
But this particular one is from the Rise Dispensary in Newark, New Jersey. When I later on down the line, I'm going to put the address for it. They're not sponsoring me either, so just to let you guys know, I'm doing it because it's part of the show. I want you to know where I got the good stuff from. So, and this is actually cookies and cream, which is a hybrid. Really, 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 really good. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's excellent to me. Was it excellent to you?
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was. So for cannabis education, what is a hybrid?
So a hybrid, So a hybrid could be the way it's grown.
Okay.
So in the seedlings and all that stuff like that, they'll grow a specific, like it could be a sativa or an indica together. One could be more dominant than the other on how the seeds pop out and all that good stuff and blah, 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 blah. I'm not one of those people.
You're not a botanist.
A botanist, there we go.
Yes.
But I know a little tiny bit. So
That's good. That's how you
so
educate.
I don't want to be like, oh, I'm educating, but now that's what we're here for. I'm educating myself, and you can educate yourself too.
Indeed, and that's important.
That's very
That's
important.
a hybrid. Okay.
That's a hybrid.
Yeah, I was always curious.
But you know, they have some that's a sativa-based hybrid.
Right.
Some are indica hybrids. I'm an indica fan. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right.
I like indicas.
Yes.
Some people may like sativas because it doesn't give you the tiredness, and it doesn't give you. It gives you more of the focus when you're dealing with sativas and stuff like that. Which is a good thing too.
Indeed.
I do like a good. I do love a good indica. Yeah.
All right.
It makes my day. Right.
It lets you unwind properly.
Yeah. It makes you, and then also, if you do a full on indica, it could, according to which one you get, it could definitely make you sleepy and make you just especially. I know, like I said, I tell everybody I normally do them on the weekends. I'm a Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday kind of guy. Wednesday, if my work is, it helps. It really helps you,
especially after a long, hard week.
Yes,
that makes sense.
And I do, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And thank God it's legal now.
Hello.
So we ain't got to fight and hide and go through the bushes to get them.
Yes, facts. But you know, I think it's important too that people understand, like, now that that's a law for us. Please read into it, though.
Please.
Because there's some places,
that
some of y'all know who you are, and it's no judgment. So I'm not saying it to be like, oh, y'all are the worst people on the planet. It's not that.
Right.
But you can't get carried away because, see, then you're going to wear out your welcome.
Yeah.
In the same way
right.
That it was for it to be brought in, you will create excuses for them to take it back or to take it away completely.
Definitely.
For it to not come back. So, you know, like, please be responsible. Like, don't smoke in the places you ain't got no business.
Right. That's a big thing.
Yeah, it really, really is. You know,
people
like,
are just getting so disrespectful
and the way, like, when we ride on public transport.
Right.
You know, like,
we don't need to smell that.
We don't. And the thing is like, you know, you got to understand that, you know, if people going to work or coming from work or, see, even in places where you think they don't drug test, it'll be just your luck you roll up in there that day and they're just like, hi guys.
Right.
We just decided out of Clear Blue to do a random
drug test, right?
And there's a whole lot in that powerful word, random.
You have to be certain jobs, even though it's legal.
Right.
You know, they still doing drug testing. I know plenty of people that would say, I want to come on your show, but I don't smoke and da-da-da-da-da. And I get it. I get it. Totally get it. And you probably don't want your name associated with it. But if you don't, again, like I tell everybody, you come in, you do not have to get on this camera and smoke. Right. Because that's not what we do here.
Because you should have asked me before we started, you know, and I'm a once in a blue moon kind of guy.
Right.
You know, like I'm not avid or regular. So like that's why like I ask questions because you're also about cannabis education. So
yeah,
I want like what is a hybrid? Even though like, what are like those are good things to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I feel like if I'm going to support cannabis the way I've been doing it, and I want them, of course, now that we're in the dispensary and they give you all the education that you need. Yes. And I love a Google.
Hello.
So
your digital assistant.
Your digital assistant, yes. So the things that you get from the dispensaries, I mean, you can also Google it as well.
True.
But I love when I go to the dispensary and you step to the person and they're just your personal assistant.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "What are you looking for?" And then, "What are you trying to do today?" Oh, I love it. I love it. I just went to the one in I'm gonna say it's Broadway, but I might be pushing it because I didn't drive. My boy John can drive. He's gonna be on the show soon too. So.
I love it.
We drove out there and it was like, okay, it was great. Let's go. And when we went out there, it was just like, they were just so extra nice. Like, it was, it was really, really, really upscale.
Okay, yeah, a different experience. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God, let me tell you this story.
High end.
Oh,
so it was like almost like a Bergdorf Goodman.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. When we doing Bergdorf though, it was really like like you need to be somebody to come.
Oh, very Saxon.
Yeah, you got to pull out your ID and that whole kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Listen, and
I
think those places take it more seriously too if they're the ones that are definitely. Like you want to hold, you fought for that certification, so you want to do everything.
Right.
On
You're not going to fuck this up for me.
Right.
Excuse my language. Right. So that's what I said.
Period.
We're not going to fuck this up.
Right.
So, and I get it. Like I said, I understand it, and I understand when people say that. Oh no, I'm not. I get that. I'll tell the story real quick. My best friend, and they was doing it at the time, and they was getting it from, the street kids.
Oh yeah. Formerly known as the Bud Man.
The Bud Man.
Okay.
So now, you don't need a card, and you can go into the dispensary, and not for nothing, how you say it like that. Mm-hmm. That dispensary is something different. It's definitely.
Is it that it's a higher grade?
Yeah, it's
definitely
a higher
grade.
It's
not, I guess, like when we go see the Bud Man, and it's not the Bud Man's fault.
No, it ain't.
It's
he just
whatever
picking it up.
They picking up the prepackaged goodies.
Goodies, right.
So, it's very much, you don't know what you're getting.
You don't know
versus like when you go to a dispensary.
And then a baby, I just have to say, baby. There's some thanks. Hey. So that's why I love the dispensary. Okay. So going back to the story, so the Bud Man, come, yo, I got this for you. It's Friday, and
right.
stuff.
Oh yeah, infamous Friday.
He's like, he's like, no, I don't need none. He was like, he was going in because he needed to sell. He's like, yo, well, I got the stuff that you like. He was like, listen, I got a medical card now. I don't need your weed. Lose my number. I was like, wow, that's bougie.
Yeah, that's very bougie.
That's bougie, right?
Ooh, bougie.
I want to be there, but I still got a ways to go.
Yeah,
I can't be that bougie.
Yeah. So, wait, now that it's legal, that's my other question of the day for cannabis education. Do you need still a card?
Well, that's a court in some certain states.
Okay, it's depending on the state.
It's in a state. Like here, luckily, New York, New Jersey, I think Connecticut, don't give me the lie.
Okay.
Maine.
Right.
As you go across Michigan, you don't need to be carded.
Okay.
It's for recreation. So I mean,
good to know.
Well, thank God, that right. Because we've been in hiding for so long.
Yeah. So with that duly noted and said, please double check your state before you start running.
Please.
These streets.
Double
to your dispensary
and your states. That's all I got to say.
You don't want to get hemmed up, snatched up.
Because I know the South is not there with it at all. So no. Yeah. It's just not a good place for the South. So
wow.
I advise you to think cautiously.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Yeah,
right.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. Because we do not need nobody going to jail.
Well, that's also part of how your podcast is set up too, about the education part.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely believe
we're in this day and age of smartphones. Like if you ain't sure, ask your digital assistant.
Ask your digital Google.
Right. The
Google
is
your friend.
Alexa, the Bixby's, the Series, all the other whoever you use is your artificial intelligence.
Alexa.
Yeah.
There she go.
Right. Like just tap in because everything now we got information like that. Like there's no let me book a trip to the library and then let me go in the card index. For those of you who know what that is.
What that is, right?
And then the librarian walks you to it and you find books on stuff. Like now we just
keep it moving.
Tap, talk, and search. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean you're right. So like I said, here at Wavy Convos, we're always going to talk about cannabis education.
It's important.
It's very important. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to be I'm going to start doing the cannabis merch box opening. I just started that. So I just found a couple of them that I was doing some research on.
Okay.
And, they're a little bit of money a month, but it's okay. Because I want my viewers and the viewers that you span out to, because I want you to span out. Please do that. You know what I'm saying?
Important.
It's important that we push this whole message that cannabis is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? We love it here. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Some people, like I said, for health issues. I always say that. I'm always going to talk about the health issues because that has been a big thing for the longest, the health issue. People with a lot of us use cannabis to help them get through it. And that's where we're at. Now, we're doing it for recreation by the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock anyone for what they do and how they do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
we
no
only
speak about no judgment zone. And we only speak about cannabis related stuff here. Anything outside of that, we do not do it here.
Message.
Right.
Message.
So, all right. I don't want to keep this going too long. I mean,
listen, we're educating.
We're educating
through conversation.
Through conversation. You know
yeah, and I think that's important. I'm trying to think of. Are there other dispensaries that you are either looking to visit or that you've gone to that you had a good experience?
Well, so far, the last one I just told you about, that was Queen City. That's in close to Rahway. Okay. I want to make sure I'm saying it right because I might be wrong because I didn't drive that day.
Okay.
I had my boy Jonathan, he drove. So that's who I normally do my little dispensary runs with.
Okay, yes, the partners in crime.
Partners in crime. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what we do. So like I said, each time we'll get something different from another one and we'll talk about that. I'm going to put the information for the one I told you today, which is Rise Dispensary here in Newark.
Yes,
and
cookies and cream was nice.
Cookies and cream, yeah.
I'm a true fat kid, so
right.
The branding alone and was perfect.
Cookies and cream. Look.
Okay, right.
Hey, I'm just saying, this is what I don't want to tell a story, but we're going to get story time. Yes. Before the dispensary days, there were days when you were at the Bud Man.
Yes.
And he has it wrapped up in old plastic. Like, it was really wrong. For so many reasons.
Sounds all kinds of wrong.
It was very, very wrong.
Old plastic.
But you knew it was weed.
Oh yeah, with old plastic, that ain't gonna hold nothing back if it's old plastic.
We're like, this is weed. I guess they ain't had the funds to get the little baggies. So he said, I'm just gonna give it out, give you the money.
Yeah, no tight grip.
But now,
no leak bags today.
But now it's you got merch and advertisement.
Yeah, I see.
It's a good thing. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
Good stuff. So, thank you for coming to Deshaun.
Thank you for having me.
This is my boy Deshaun. 25 years of friendship.
Indeed. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man.
Yes.
And this has been Wavy Convos. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to like, subscribe, and click the notification for the next video. They're coming.
And share with your people.
And please share with your people. Let's get us out there. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Facts.
All right.